Hello everybody, I'm Jen with Jen Blossoms Designs, and I'm going to run through a quick tutorial today on how to put together some flowers. Now that we're all stuck inside, one of the best breath of fresh air you can have is fresh flowers that you could pick up even at your grocery store. I did a couple things today. I'm using some flowers I grabbed at Trader Joe's. I'm also using some flowers that were left over from two of my virtual workshops this week. We did an Easter basket workshop last Saturday at Tim Finnegan's here in Delray, Florida. And then we also did a spring flower arrangement at Wine House Social in Delray Beach, Florida. So I've got some flowers left over from that. I basically went through and deconstructed my Easter basket, so I had a lot of pretty flowers even after a week that look amazing. So I'm going to try to incorporate those in today. Some not looking so amazing, but I'm going to try to incorporate those in. I really want to try to extend as much as possible the life of some of these florals that I have. This Lysianthus is just so pretty. I would love to use that today. I went through my yard and did a little foraging. I don't know the name of this particular bush we have in the yard, but it just puts out the most beautiful lilac florals at the very tips of the branches, and I'm going to incorporate that into our work today. I have some gorgeous roses in peach and pink. I have some ranunculus in a darker pink and a lighter pink. We also have some tulips that are very pretty. I'm loving this yellow and orange color. Some various stock. I've got some pretty Veronica. I'm probably gonna mix into that today. And then I actually went through my garbage can because I threw these away, and this is called Plumosa. I think I have it correct. And if you can see, it's actually supposed to be green, and I have painted it a pretty lilac color. And I also have a pretty blue color. So those together are really pretty, and I'm gonna try to work those in to this arrangement also. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna start today with my roses, and I'm gonna start with one of my larger peach roses here. This is called Freedom, yes, Freedom Spirit. I'm the worst with these names, but anyway, it doesn't matter, it's gorgeous. Just gonna pull off the guard petals that aren't necessarily so great. Now this is pretty open. A lot of you have seen me do this before. Just gonna go through and reflex some of the petals down, just to open it up and make it look a little more like a garden rose. Give it some width to our arrangement. So not all of them, just a few. All right, I'm gonna cut that and put it right on the edge here to start us out. Okay, I'm gonna start with my base here, and I'm just gonna kind of build out some of the roses. I'm gonna have some depth. Some are gonna go deeper. Some are gonna stay long in their length. I'm just gonna kind of work through and do that first, and then we'll give the arrangement some height. And when I say height, that's what we'll use, like the branches and some of the taller pieces. One of the things, if you've watched my tutorials before or been to any of my workshops, I love to go with a more organic and natural look. All right, there we go. So we're gonna put this guy in here. I'm gonna work a little bit more in the triangle shape, which is kind of a basic floral arranging guideline. Just as I'm creating this base, I may pull some of these out into and have them look just a little bit different, because you know, when I design, I don't really have a set plan. I just kind of go with where my heart's going. You know, what my eye sees. Not every flowers look alike, and it's interesting because when you do a workshop with me, if you pay for a ticket and you come, everybody gets the same flowers, but they're not the same flowers. You know, some are more open, some are not. So we all end up with a different looking arrangement than the others. All right, I'm really loving this. This is such a pretty, nice, big, open flower there. All right, I'm going to grab, where's that Gerber rose I loved? Gerber rose, who says that? Gerber daisy. This guy was for my Easter basket this weekend. Pulled him out, I deconstructed that actually yesterday, gave everything a fresh cut and a little more plant food and just kind of pepped them up a little bit. They're still looking very, very pretty and very happy. And so we're just gonna use him now for something else. Just gonna kind of put him here. All right, and I have another one here. Very pretty, kind of a peachy watermelon colored gerbera. All right, we're gonna come over here with this guy, fill in this back part a little bit. I leave him a little bit longer so it kind of moves. All right, and I have one more, it's behind me here. And another arrangement I had working on. Give it a little fresh cut. I'll bring this one here and let those two look out this way. All right, so here's where I've got so far. Okay, now let's put in some this Lysianthus. This is really pretty. Again, I'm gonna make this one a little shorter, bring it down in, kind of work with that base a little bit. Woo, almost lost a toe, 1 second. Watch your feet, always wear shoes. All right, no trips to the emergency room needed this day and time. Okay, hang on please. Got a couple more of these back here. That guy doesn't look so healthy. Most of my floral friends will agree with me right now that flowers are at a premium. I'm finding it's very hard to get them ordered from my wholesalers unless I'm willing to order boxes, which is hundreds, which I don't need right now because I'm mostly doing this type of work. So when I get something, I'm trying to keep it alive for as long as possible. Okay, so we've repurposed those. Got a good start here. Back is empty. Let's fix that. All right, I'm gonna take some more roses because I have lots of them. I'm really, as you can tell, loving this peach. Clean this one up. So I've got 3 more towards the front. I'm just gonna cut one kind of short here, and I'm gonna let it just kind of sit over the lip of that back area. Then I'm gonna, normally you wanna reflex before you put it in, but I got ahead of myself, so I'll do it right here. Okay, there we go. All right, now we've got a lot of peach. I see some pretty pink here. Woo, it's got some thorns. Let me remove some of these outer layers that don't look so great. Now this one's really, really pretty pink. These are 60 centimeter roses. And so they're a bit larger, the head is at least. So they take up a lot of space. I may end up taking this one out, but I wanna just kind of show you here a little trick where you can make your regular rose look like a garden rose. Now, I'm not as fast as some of my amazing floral designer friends are at this reflexing process, but I'm always afraid I'm gonna break something and really hurt it, so. Okay, now I'm gonna take the center of this guy out. So now it really looks like a garden rose, see that? All right, gonna give him a nice little short cut. And we're gonna place this guy kind of right next to the other one, tilted just a bit up and pointing out the back also. So here's what I have so far. I have about 5 roses. 1, 2, 3, 2 in the back, 2 gerberas, 2 on one side, 1 on the other, and a couple Lysianthus both sides. Now, I'm gonna make this so that you basically all around will see beauty, but I also want to keep my focal point forward here. So I'm gonna keep, and I'm working backwards, I'm gonna keep that as much as I can in the front here. All right, now I'm going to move to one of these larger branching flowers from my yard because I want to start creating my shape. Now, I just went out, literally cut this right off an hour or so ago, and I'm just going to kind of place that in here. Let's see, I want it to follow the same line of my, we don't need these anymore, of my gerbera. Okay, and let's go to the next one, and I'm going to put it just above there. Give it, shorten that up just a little bit. This is a pretty thick stem. I'm going to push it down in my foam pretty good. Okay, so there we have those two. I have one more here that I'm going to give it a much shorter cut, and I am going to give the other side of this a little bit of interest, and we're going to go about right here. Okay, may move that, we'll see. All right, I have some beautiful purple stock here, and they're really pretty, nice long stem. I'm gonna peel away some of these leaves, give this a fresh cut, and I'm just gonna kind of work very similar to these branches I've brought on here, and I'm gonna bring this out along with it. There's one. Let me get another one, but they don't want to come out of there. I'll make this one a little bit shorter. Clean it off. Let's see, let's come over here. Kind of do the same thing over here that we did with that other branch. Let's put those guys together. And there we go. Can you guys see that? I feel like might be a little too close. All right. Let's see, I like to work in 3s, 5s. It's just my thing. It's more pleasing to the eye. Something I learned in art school a long time ago when I went to Heron School of Art in Indianapolis, Indiana. So it has stuck with me. I'm gonna take this shorter guy. I'm also gonna bring him a little forward because I got lots of stuff going this way. And I don't want to come straight at you, but I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a turn. Oops, that stem wants to break. Let me gently push that down in there and give it some space. There we go. All right. Probably gonna add more, but let me go with these tulips for right now. These are really pretty. Give you a little bit closer look. Now you can reflex a tulip also. I'm gonna do a couple, but it doesn't look so great, I don't think. I mean, it's still very pretty to see the inside of it with the single petal. But the double are really gorgeous. But let's just do a couple. Now, gonna give that a fresh cut, peel off some of the leaf, and we're going to stick this guy here. I'm gonna have that one coming at you because we want this guy to say, hey, look at me. Because my insides are gorgeous. All right? All right, let me take a couple more. Go ahead and open those up. Reflex couple those down. Okay. Put him right next to it. Let's do one more. I'm gonna go a little bit shorter with this guy. I'm gonna leave that top leaf. I think it's pretty, and I think I'm gonna leave this guy unreflexed just to see. May change my mind. It's the beauty of this. Okay. All right, let's see. There's the front, here's the side. All right. This guy needs to be just a little shorter. just a little bit. Let me find where I put you before. Yeah. Okay. All right, so here we are. Now, I'm gonna bring in some of this beautiful sprayed plumosa. And the first thing I need to do is shorten it. This is pretty much dead, doesn't really need a water source, but it's gonna go into floral foam anyway. And I'm looking at a couple areas here. I'm gonna follow this side that had some of that coming out this way. I'm gonna do the lavender first. This lavender is gonna come right in with these guys and just kind of create a little bit of texture in here, just to give the eye a little something extra to look at. You know, just something fun. All right, I'm gonna do another one because we got a lot of drama going on this side. Drama, story of my life. My family will tell you that, but they still love me, and that's the important part. So I took this really crazy personality test last night and was just floored by the accuracy of it. I'll just share this one thing with you. This guy's too long, we're gonna shorten him. It was about a 30-minute test. Lots of questions about how you handle social situations, relationships, stress. Long story short, my personality type is called a campaigner. And I am the type of person that loves to gather people together, loves to teach, share. I'm very generous. And I tend to overcommit. Shocker. Anyway, it was really fun. All right, I've added quite a few of these in. I'm not sure I want to use this blue, but let me just take a look real quick. Let's try it. Let's just kind of stick it here and see. Not bad. Since I put two there, let me just throw a third in all the way over here, way out the side, coming out wide. Okay. There, as you can see. Now this has gotten really wide, so I know it's getting harder for you to see, but let me just kind of turn it a little bit here and show you. All right, one of the last couple things I have here are these really pretty scabiosa, which I think the color looks really amazing with this. I like to leave these kind of long because of the movement in the stem. So I am going to push these in and let them kind of speak to everybody by kind of dangling over the edge here. A little bit of a dangle there. Let's give another one. You know, things that are in the wild, they grow together. So I'm going to cluster these. Just so it's kind of mimicking what we would see in the wild. I got 3 here. Here we go. And I'm going to put a couple more over here. I got 2 more here. I feel like this area right here needs some contrast. Yeah. This is so weird to do backwards in the camera. Might pull that one down in a bit. All right. Here we go. Last but not least, my most favorite flower in the world, the ranunculus. Look at this baby. Look at this baby. All right. Gonna give that one a fresh new cut. Oh, that didn't come out very pretty. Fresh new cut. We're going to place this one, first one, in the back, because I have neglected the back. I'm gonna put one there. I've got a darker pink ranunculus. I want to clear these off. Bring that I'm gonna bring that here. See that? All right. And let's go to the front. I gotta work backwards because you guys are there and I'm here. Bring another one in. Let's see. Let's bring one right here. Push that down if we can. There's one. So now we have 3. I have a little bit bigger one here. I already gave this one a cut earlier. Place it a little close to the, there we go. Pretty. There we go. You, Mr. Tulip, are taking over. I like the flowers facing. And this guy is distracting me, so I'm gonna take it off. There we go. All right. Okay, let's put some greenery in this real quick. I have got, oh, I know what I want to use. Some Israeli ruscus. We're just going to kind of go around and push that through. Now, an old trick I've learned is this is a great way to prop up flowers also. So if you have a flower that's a little top heavy, and let me turn this around so you can see what I'm doing. And you want to make sure that, you know, it has a little bit of help here. For instance, this ranunculus. I'm just going to push this guy in. And it's going to help hold him up if he needs a little help. And we're just going to look around here for another spot. And I see one right here. I'd like to put a little bit of this. Just a little bit of green right there. I'm not going to overgreen this because if you know me, I love flowers, so I like to see the flowers. And I've got a little space back here that this guy will go perfectly in, and that way, when we're looking at the back, we have some movement back here too. All right. And last but not least, we have our Israeli ruscus. I'm going to keep this nice and long. It's going to follow the line of these branches that I put in earlier. And it's going to come right out with those. And right here, off to the side, you can see all right. Let me pull this back a little bit so you can see it. This is done in a compote, so I've gone wide with it. This is going to go on a very large table, and this all this extra space will be amazing, or all this space that it takes up will be amazing. All right, everybody, that's it. That was quick, I know, but I just kind of wanted to show you something quick today. We've got a couple more virtual flower workshops coming up if you'd like to participate. We have one next Friday, the 24th. We also have one the following weekend, and that one is going to be on a Saturday. If you just follow along on my Instagram, you will see me post the dates and times. They're all going to be virtual. We're practicing safe distancing here. And if you don't buy a ticket, which if you do, we will either provide a curbside pickup for your flowers, or we will ship to you at an additional cost. But if you don't want to buy a ticket and you want to just do it on your own, get some flowers from your grocery store, get a vase, and we will just kind of go through it together. All right, everybody, bloom away. Thank you.